对啊。Slow, slow. Test, test. Slow, slow. Let me see. God. Alright, there's where we had some technical difficulties, but we are back. God. All praise to Yahweh Mashak Yahushua, for certainly His mercy endure forever. This is the Life or Death show. My name is Banakad. Alright, back to you with these precepts on the knowledge and understanding of all daily functions as the top creature on earth called Israel. Alright? And this is the last days, and again we're having war on our own homeland, Israel. All right, so it's showing you that these days are moving quicker. The Most High is moving speedily towards our salvation. All right, so we need to clean house with a couple of things. All right, some things that we're hard-headed on. All right, so our mindsets and our morals will be challenged by the times. However, the Most High loves us, so He gives us time. He smites us ahead of time, so we learn exactly what our weak points are, and it's point blank between us and Him. The same parts where you complain, the same parts where you didn't have everything together, it's the same parts you have to cover for, you know. And this is within your spirit, within you, and your daily functions. All right, because Israel is ordered to be perfect. All right, so this is the class called Smited. And this is the first time that we've talked about getting smited by the Most High, by getting reproved by the Most High God. All right? Because getting reproved by the Most High God is a beautiful thing. All right? But it takes a lot of personal strength. It takes a lot of personal will to pull yourself up. Because the Most High demands it. He demands strength from you. In fact, when you go to the Most High for strength, guess what He does? He hits you with a travesty. All right? He hits a lot of people with travesty. He can summon the strength out of you a lot of times. All right? But more often than not, how many stories do you hear about the Most High just hitting you with problems after you ask for strength? It's because the strength is already in you. You just didn't exercise it. So the Most High is making you exercise your strength. All right? And that's the love of the Most High God. All right? So before times hit you hard, you know, where the Most High has to correct us, all right? And maybe even within those times, I'm talking to Jacob's trouble, where the Most High may have to correct us here and there. Remember, the Most High's ways don't change, okay? So all the scripts where it talks about chastisement still apply, all right? The Most High keeps His same teaching ways. His methods don't change. So for those times when times are getting harder and pressures on your mind, on your spirit about certain things, and you're still getting things wrong, so the Most High is trying to correct you, in those times, I want to get through a little bit of exhortation, understanding, and reasoning. All right? Just for the instruction on the strength allotted to you by the King. All right? Because in getting beat by the Most High and in coming up, you have to understand, you have to call to remembrance some of our history. All right? Because there were times where we got beat by the Most High, and we chose to just walk away after that. All right? And you must remember, from your experience being in America, in your experience, as the Most High is your father, you are not from a household, one of those Caucasian households where your parents beat you and you just upright disrespect your parents and walk out. Talking about, so forget you, Dad, and all that. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that with the Most High. All right? If you do that with the Most High, you might as well just sign your own death certificate. I'm telling you right now. Now's not the time. All right? This is why this is called life or death. All right? Because these are life or death matters. Because you will get reproved and smited by the Most High in various ways, and it's not funny. It's not a light thing. All right, no one can talk. No one is going to talk easy about it. All right, but the life or death part is how you get up, how you deal with it. All right, and the thing is that the Most High ordered you to deal with it. He ordered you on how to deal with it. All right. So first, let's get Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the other one, Hamashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to power and not by him. All right. So again, this is our code in how we deal, how we walk, how we act as royalty, how we act as gods, how we act as a creature. You know. In what we do. This is how we deal. All right? We try to act like Hamashiach Yahushua, like who the world even calls Jesus Christ. All right? That's giving praise. That's showing honor unto the Father. All right? So let's get to our orders. Let's get Psalms chapter 90, verse 3. This is going to be a shorter class because, again, this is a class that's been talked about over time. So I'm just going to get to the points where our mindset may hang up a little bit, just to shorten the time of us returning onto the Most High ourselves. Just a little bit of exhortation. So y'all that have gone through hard times, you're going to be able to relate to the scripture. All right? Psalms chapter 90, verse 3. Thou turnest man to destruction, and says, return, ye children of men. All right? This is the order for the Most High. When the Most High puts us to ruin, when the Most High crashes our plans, and when the Most High causes our world to turn upside down for whatever, the Most High orders us to get up. Because guess what? The Most High is not a power of laying down. He's not a lay down power. All right? He's a man of war. And you always get up. And he always comes through. So we as his children got to do so as well. All right? That's in the order. And says, return, ye children of men. All right? And I'm not going to say that that's easy. All right? I'm not going to say returning is easy. But it's in order. All right? No matter how, you got to stand back up on your feet because the Most High is going to smite you. And he's going to smite you with his weapons. All right? With his various spiritual weapons or physical weapons, he's going to smite you with that. He's going to hit you with that switch. But just like in war, you got to stand right back up. All right? Because notice it says that he turned man to destruction and says, return ye children of men. All right? He didn't kill you. He may have destroyed your situation. He may have destroyed you at that point. But you're not dead. And he told you to get right back up. All right? So, in whatever ways that you have to, you've gotta get yourself back up. Pull your reins back. All right? In fact, let me get Sirach chapter 30. me get Sirach chapter 30, verse 20, verse 21. All right, because this is one of the ways that I've learned that it requires to get back up. All right, because notice how many times the Most High said to rejoice, rejoice in this, rejoice in your affliction, rejoice. You know, He gave us wine. He gave us wine for our heart's sake. You know what I mean? He gave us certain instructions for us to pick our mind up for better morale within us. All right? And this is just one of the ways that I had to learn the harder way. Because in neglecting this, you're only neglecting yourself, and you're neglecting your time. All right? Sirach chapter 30, verse 21. Give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thine own counsel. When the Most High smites us, we go straight, a lot of us go straight into depression. Straight down into the pits, man. All right? But the script says, don't afflict yourself in your own counsel. All right? Don't give your mind over to heaviness. Don't do that. That's not for you. All right? The Most High didn't put that there for health reasons. Because the scripts are directly pointing against that. It's telling you not to put your mind, not to leave your mind or give your mind into heaviness. All right? And afflict yourself in your own counsel. Because you're just going to waste time. All right? Precious thinking time you're wasting. Trying to mull over yourself, trying to comfort your own heart in nonsense. Trying to let your heart comfort your heart. That's the problem. Instead of you comforting your heart, you're letting your heart reason with the situation. That's not how you deal. That's not how you properly deal with this after you got smited by the Most High. All right? You got to go through the scripts, man. You got to give the heart something to mull over, something to think over, something to meditate on, because you don't want the heart to meditate on all the madness that it normally meditates on. Even according to Genesis chapter 6, verse 5, you know, the imaginations of the heart. And then Jeremiah talks about how the heart is wicked above all things, who can know it. You know what I mean? You don't want the heart you don't want to leave the heart to its own devices, because that's negligence on your part. All right? And notice, depression does kill. Depression kills. All right? So after smiting, you know, understand, according to Sirach chapter 30, verse 21, give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thine own counsel. Let's keep going. The gladness of the heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. All right? You just being happy is gonna prolong your life on this earth. I mean, not just honoring your father and your mother, but you tending to your mind where everything happens and everything is directed. You keeping that in good health by not giving your mind over to heaviness and to malnourishment from the scriptures, being depressed, you know, letting your mind and your heart go out of wild. You doing that, you're maintaining your mind, you're maintaining your heart, and so you prolong your days. All right, let's keep going. Love thine own soul, and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee. I'm going to stop right there. It says to love thine own soul. Do something for yourself. Right? Do something that you know is good for yourself. All right? That doesn't mean, you know, drink your brains out and take up 10 bottles and I'm going to just do me at this point. That's not what it means. You know what I mean? Try to, you know, work on yourself at this time. If you can, change your diet, eat a little bit healthier, do things that you know is good for your temple. All right? Try to come off of social media. Go more into the scripts. Do what you know is good according to the scripts. All right? That's how you do good to your own soul. That's how you love your own soul. All right? And comfort your heart properly. All right? Not leave your heart to its own devices, but comfort your heart. All right? Because notice, when you came into the truth, when you heard these scriptures for the first time, the scriptures that you didn't hear in church, about how the Most High is going to be our salvation, how he's bringing a Mashiach, how Hamashiach is going to come down, and who judgment is going to be on. All right, that was a relief to your heart. You finally see justice from the Bible. All right? So obviously, the comfort for your heart is going to be in the scriptures. All right? Because not only that, other men, even David, you know, going up and down through Psalms when he was smited, talking about his situation, when he was wailing to the Most High. You know what I mean? That was made there for you to bear witness and for your spirit to bear witness with that. That's for that time. You know what I mean? So you go into the scripts, you go into the Psalms, you go into Job, all right? Because it's not a weird thing that these things are happening to you, but it's there for you. All right? So instead of you having counsel with your own self, have counsel with the scripts, man. I'm going to continue. Actually, I'm going to read it over at Sirach 30, verse 23. Love thine own soul, and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee, for sorrow hath killed many. Depression kills. That's what that's saying. Depression kills. Family, depression kills. It's not for you. Depression is not for you. All right, just like how pride is not made for you, depression is not for your mind. Depression is like, for lack of a better word, a cop-out. All right? It's not reasoning. It's false reasoning. All right? It's your heart trying to configure its own counsel. All right? And there is no profit therein. Okay? Envy and wrath shorten the life, and carefulness bringeth age before the time. A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. All right, because when you go into depression, you know, a lot of us like to binge eat. You know, that's a lot of us. We want to comfort ourselves with, you know, maybe a Cinnabon, some extra fried chicken. I just want a pizza. I want an extra large pizza, man. I've been going through it, man. I just want to eat something nice, man. I just want to be to myself. I mean, I just need a bottle, man. I need some Hennessy. This is what Hennessy is for. I need a bottle. Or 12. All right, you gotta comfort yourself according to the script, man. All right? Because when we don't do these things, and we act out. And when we act out, you know, there's times in scriptures when we act out. In the time of Isaiah, we were acting out. You know, the Most High was hitting us, and we just didn't return. Let me get that in Isaiah chapter 1, verse 5. And that's a dangerous thing, because you're burning your own time, man. You're being selfish at that point. You're burning your own time. And you may think it's all about you at that point, man, but it's all for the Most High's glory. You gotta trust Him. But you don't want to be like this right here. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 5. Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. That's something that you don't want to hear coming directly at you from the Most High. Like, why should I continue beating you? Because when you don't turn back to the Most High, as He ordered you to return, you know, you look for a whole lot of other ways to comfort yourself. You look for every other thing, the same way that we look for other gods and other ways to pleasure ourselves, man. You binge on the world. You go right outside and you binge on the world, man. And that's what the Most High hates, because He's gonna teach you how to build yourself back up. He hit you for a reason. At least learn why. Take the time to learn why, and let Him heal you. But this is a situation where you don't want to get to, because that's like your own parents saying, "Why am I beating you anymore?" You're not gonna listen. All right, you're sick up here. You're not gonna listen. I might as well take you to a therapist, because beating you ain't doing nothing. I might as well take you to a psych house. All right, because you are not my child. I don't know what you're non-reprovable. Why would I have anything to do with you? Why should I beat you? Because the Most High chastises you for your good, because He loves you. But when He says, "Why should I keep beating you?" All right, your whole head is sick. You're not right in the mind. Your whole heart is faint. All right, you don't have no courage. You're not brave enough to stand up to me and say, all right, I did wrong. To stay with me. You don't even choose to be strong enough to stay with me for me to heal you. Why do I keep on beating you? When that's one of the Most High's methods of healing you, Most High's methods of judgment, of correcting you. When He takes that away from you, you know what I mean? There's literally, He's only doing the best for us in the ways that we do receive it. All right, because notice when we're rich, you know, our hearts get fat. We don't want to hear nothing from anybody, and you sure don't want to hear nothing from the Most High. You don't want to hear no bad times. You don't want to hear no reproofs. But as soon as you lost the money, you're the quickest to turn to the Most High and say, "Why me, God? Why me?" All right. The Most High knows how to get to us, but you don't want to get to that point right there, where Him bringing you down and beating you has to beat you to the point, and you being so stuck and hard-headed that He's saying, "Why should I deal with you? Why should I keep on beating you?" You don't want that from the Most High. You don't want the Most High, because guess what? The opposite of love is indifference. And you don't want the Most High to get indifferent with you. It's not hate, it's indifference. All right? You don't want the Most High to get to this point on you. Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 30, where He says, "How weak is thine heart, saith the Lord God, seeing thou doest all these things, the work of an imperious, whorish woman." All right. How weak are you that you can't stand to be around me when I'm just beating you for your good? I'm gonna stop beating you. Of course I'm gonna stop beating you, and I'm gonna restore you. But for you not to take one lick, how weak are you? And you don't call yourself my child. You don't want that from the Most High, man. Because in the scripts, a woman that's weak in heart, they are whorish women. In fact, let's get another example of how you deal with women like that, according to the scripts. Let me get Sirach chapter 26, verse. Sirach chapter 26, verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. This is a young woman that has a weak heart. All right? Her heart, she chooses not to have a heart about family, not to have a heart about herself. And she's gonna do whatever her weak heart tells her to do. All right? She can't commit to things. She can't put her mind to things. All right? She's not strong enough for a house to help build a house. She has to be kept in, or she's gonna shame where she came from. All right? That's what you have to do for your daughter. But Israel was at a point where the Most High was beating them over and over and over. And they kept on going out to these other gods and other deities, other nations, to pleasure themselves and to do other things, just being whorish in front of the Most High. Giving their ways onto other people. All right? Mixing with other people. Being weak-hearted. Not staying with the Most High. Not staying in that covenant. You don't want to be weak-hearted with the Most High. All right? Not returning is showing a weak heart. And when you have a weak heart, you are predisposed to what the word already says a weak-hearted person is and does. And you don't want that for yourself. All right? We get Isaiah chapter 53, Isaiah chapter 53, verse 1 to 5. So I tell you, Israel, the dirt ain't for us, the ground ain't for us, man. If we get beat down to the ground ain't for you. All right, that's for the other nations, for them to lay down on the ground like that. We don't lay down on the ground like that, man. We stand up. Most High is the God of the upright. Man. Isaiah chapter 53. Because you got to think of it, who's our number one role model? Because we know who our number one role model is a Mashiach. All right, and how did the Most High have him taking our beatings to be our example? All right, let's get that. Isaiah chapter 53, verse 1 to 5. Who hath believed our report? And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form, nor comeliness. And when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, all faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs, and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. the chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. And I'm sure every Israelite or even Christian knows Hamashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, as the biggest, strongest heart out of all of us. Had the biggest, strongest heart out of all of us. All right? He was the example of how to get through all these things, man. Because that's how you get proved. You get through the adversity, things that other nations just can't do. You are Israel, and you do it. All right? And all your transgressions, with his stripes, we were healed. All right? So he took all that on for you, and to be an example unto you. All right? That's your role model. The ground is not for you. Being upright is for you. All right? So you can't go to the left or going to the right. Even when you're trying to get up, you got to get straight up, man. You got to get up like a Masha. You got to take it on like a Masha. That's our best example of how to get up, man. Colossians chapter 3, verse 17. All right? That's our code. Word and deed. All right, so let's get more. Let's get what Amashek says. Let's get Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. And I'm sure everybody got this in their books, man. Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. All right? Now we know this script, but there's another reason why I pulled this script. All right? Because what happens to you when you run out of patience and the Lord visits you? What are you going to do then? Because the Most High is going to come back onto you. The Most High said he's not going to leave you, man. He's not going to leave you out to dry. You cannot survive. His heritage, his possession, Israel, cannot survive without him. All right, so he's not going to just leave you, man. He's got his own work to do. All right, so why did I pull that script? Let's get Isaiah chapter 30, verse 18. And therefore will the Lord wait, that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For the Lord is a God of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait for him. And you got to endure the wait, man. The Most High himself is enduring all this, enduring all your wickedness, enduring all this time of the heathen's wickedness, man. He's going to be right here sitting down with you, man. You can't be weak-hearted and running around, man, trying to run away from the Most High. It's not going to work. We don't survive like that. All right? We will mess around and get ourselves killed. Like I said, we will sign our own death certificate, man. The key to doing all this is getting up and waiting for the Most High. Get up, straighten your heart. Fix your doings, whatever you did wrong, whether you know it. If you don't, ask counsel. All right, have someone outside that has experience, you know, because you're not the only one that went through that and made that transgression, man. That's why you got the brothers, the Yakin. That's why you have your nation. All right, but in all that, you do have to wait for them, because you gotta face it. There's a lot of ways that you're thinking of how you can get back up and how you can get back to your honor and how you can fix this, fix that, fix this, fix that. but that is beyond you in your situation. There's a lot of times where that's beyond us, and the Most High just doesn't give us the jobs, or doesn't give us, the financial capabilities, or doesn't give us all these other things that we think we can just fix things immediately. Oh God, just give me $1 million. You know what? Just give me $10,000. I can fix everything. I get it. Just give me $10,000. No, you gotta wait on the Most High. Let the architect do his work. The orchestrator do his work, man. He broke it down for a reason, man. Let the head architect do his work. Your job is to get up and be his job. So when he says to return, you return, man. All right. And like I said, what gods or royalty, our place is not on the ground. So you can't be on the ground after he smites you. When he says to return, return. You don't stay there on the ground. If you bring it back to the days where if you were in sports and you played football, when the coach told you, when you were too tired on the field, or when you too tired on the track, the coach told you, hey, go get up and go get yourself some water. All right? You need some rest? Go walk over and get you some rest. You still had to get up. You still had to get up and get there, man. All right? So you got to get up, man. Even for your own health, man. Because the time's ticking, and we can't be. A lot of our people, even I in some points, and a lot of points in the past, have had problems with fixing my mind in dealing with certain smitings. But you still have to get up, straighten yourself according to the scripts. Order yourself according to the scripts. That's what I've learned. All right. So when the Most High says to get up, he's not telling someone that doesn't have legs to get up. You get up. That's an order. It's for your health. All right. He's not getting up to just to say get up. It's for your health. You got to get up. All right. And don't take too long to turn to the Most High. Don't tarry to turn to the Most High after a smite. You turn to the Most High immediately. All right. So shalom, family. When you get to these times, when even when Jacob trouble comes over you like a storm, and the Most High chastises you and reproves you even in that storm, man. Understand, you gotta pick yourself up. You have the strength. It's within you. It's been allotted to you. All right? Because even Christ is with you, man. If you can say that you can do all things through Christ, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, man. All right? So shalom, Israel. Stay strong. Stay sound-minded. All right? Shalom.